it seems like the internet never ceases to amaze people. I mean, we're all aware that celebrities have crazy and unbelievable lives, and even crazier lives, and obviously no one thinks a celebrity's body count would be low. But what fans are not expecting is Brittany Renner saying her body count is 35. Well, we all know Brittany Renner, and we're all aware that she's not a nun. But 35 is a bit crazy. It's even higher than the reality TV star's age. Not only is the number shocking, but so is the manner in which she decided to share such private information with the world. The confession was so shocking that others had to start weighing in their opinions. And to no one's surprise, Plies decided to give his opinion, whether Brittany Renner wanted it or not. So, how exactly did Renner talk about her body count? And what did Plies have to say about Brittany Renner's shocking confession? Well, let's get into the video to find out. We all know Plies is not one to mince words, and he has come forward to give his 2 cents about Brittany Renner's revealing her body count when it comes to partners. Brittany Renner was on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast earlier this week, and she admitted to having slept with 35 men throughout her life. And that sent the NFL Hall of Fame athlete into a state of shock. I mean, he's saying you've slept with 35 men in a lifetime can't send anyone into a state of shock.
I've had 35 guys. I'm judged for having great taste.
The revelation was so shocking that Sharpe had to take extra shots of alcohol and even offer his production crew members a strong drink.
Because my dating pool is, I mean, my
expansive.
God, impressive, expansive. I've had 35 guys. Okay.
She even went further because it looked like she did not want to spare any detail, as she told Shannon Sharpe that she even caught a yeast infection after having sex with 3 men in a day. Sure, she's a reality star, but do we really need to know all of this? Because why is she saying all of this to the public? But well, she said that she always needed to share. That's why she published her book titled Judge This Cover.
Probably the same reason that I wrote a book, because I felt called to share. There are some things that maybe moving forward I would keep to myself, but I mean, I just told you I had 35 guys. That's an updated number for people who have been following the number for years.
It's funny, because what does she mean by feeling called to share? Share what her life is like behind closed doors? No one's interested in that, so it's kind of weird that she decided to write an entire book about it. I mean, Plies hasn't been one to shy when it comes to airing his opinion about the opposite. Whether it's wooing Britney Spears or weighing in on new trends, and when he saw the video, he just couldn't help himself. He had to say what he felt.
Plies hopped online and responded to Brittany Renner since she had sex with 35 different men. He said, 35 ain't that many? That's like $35 worth of gas, bitch. That's just a quarter tank of gas. Shit, you got a lot left. 35? That's the middle number. That's like being 35 years old. You in your prime, bitch.
And just earlier this month, the Florida rapper revealed to the world that he was not into women who chose to wear expensive clothes, as he favored originally. A lot of his female followers seemed to agree with him, especially because he's been a permanent presence in hip-hop and social media culture for over 10 years and likely could have any woman he wants. Brittany Renner also recently hit headlines on a different podcast, and making headlines for controversial topics is her thing. In the podcast, she gave influencer Charleston White a lap dance in bizarre scenes on the Danza Project. Renner, who is now 31, is now hearing her age and measuring it against her body count. You understand why Shannon Sharpe had to tell the production crew to drink, because her body count is higher than her age. Brittany Renner used to date NBA star Washington, 25, who was 22 at the time. They started dating sometime in 2020 and they broke up the next year. The NBA player raised a lot of questions when he vaguely said the relationship ended because someone was faking it all along, but he didn't tell us what was being faked or who was faking it. When news of the relationship first broke out, Brittany Renner was accused of being a predator, seeing as she was 26 at the time and she had more experience than him in the dating department. But according to Renner, it was Washington that initiated the relationship. The pair did share a child in the relationship that didn't last for long, and Renner has an interesting list of past boyfriends. She's dated James Harden, Lil Uzi Vert, and several other celebrities. When the pair broke up, Renner sued Washington and demanded the Charlotte Hornets forward payment of $200,000 in child support, which he refused to do. When the relationship started, a lot of people accused her of entrapping Washington with a baby. And it did not help that Washington made about $17 million in his NBA career because, come on, they did not even date that long and she already moved in with him and had a baby with him. It seems a bit shady, honestly, considering he was also quite young. But on the Off the Record podcast with DJ Academics, she cleared up those allegations, although I don't think anyone really believed her. That was his choice. You asked me to move in with you. You wanted me to have your child at 22 years old while he was playing at the University of Kentucky. She went on to say that she had been on birth control for over a decade before she met Washington, but she decided to take a risk, get off the pill, and have a child with the Hornets forward because she thought he was the guy for her. Some people even accused her of grooming him and went ahead and had a baby with him only for her to leave him. Brittany didn't seem to get offended by the allegations so much because she even made fun of herself when she took to Instagram to share a picture at Jackson State University with a caption. Fans were shocked that Renner was treating the accusations with so much levity, and they did not waste their time airing their opinions, with one fan commenting, "I'm pretty sure if this was the other way around and a guy said this, people would not be too happy, so I'm not finding this funny at all." Another fan commented saying, "You know, if it was the other way around, people would be wilding." But despite the breakup, she said they were cool and things between them were not awkward. And she's even happy about his engagement to Elisa Chanel. She even had brunch with her and they talked for 4 hours. And she's certain Elisa is a perfect fit for him.
Internalize why it didn't work out. I've sat down with his fiance. We've had a 4-hour conversation out for brunch. And I think they're a perfect match for each other, quite frankly.
Now, you know what's awkward? Your baby mama and your fiance having brunch for 4 hours to decide if the fiance is the perfect fit for him. Okay, so what happens if Elisa doesn't pass the perfect match test? Would Renner now tell Washington not to marry her? Anyway, this summer he just signed a $48 million extension with the Hornets, while Renner, on the other hand, was spotted out for dinner with another NBA legend, Shaquille O'Neal, in Beverly Hills. The pair were, as usual, caught by the paparazzi when entering a restaurant, where they were seen dining, laughing, and joking. Well, considering Brittany Renner's history, we all get why Plies just had to talk about it. I mean, we have to applaud her for the courage she had to say that in public to so many people, which is beyond crazy. Some fans might say it's not Plies' business to talk about her, but she did kind of make it everyone's business when she decided to come online and talk about it. So tell me, what are your thoughts? Do you think Plies should have commented on it? Leave your comments below.